Hey, Conan Exiles, I'm gonna make myself some armor.
What have you been doing, by the way?
Not a whole. Well, I went and raided Iron Mountain off recording, but
Okay.
other than that, I've mostly been, yeah, I made upgrade the house a little bit, made it look a little bit nicer, but that's really it.
Okay. I've made myself some of the iron equipment, made a stove and you know, furnace and stuff like that. Just a sort of little stopping area, sort of like a. I guess it'll be in the future maybe a kind of a little refueling area of sorts, not too far from our old original base. That's about all I've done.
Oh, I did make myself some iron gear and an iron sword, or well, the Chinese iron sword.
Yeah, I made myself a Pictish iron axe.
All right.
Yeah, it's very cool looking. I wish it was stronger because it's super badass. I'll have to remember this for the design for when we get the thaumaturgy table. Or the thaumaturgy. I'll have to look that up. I really just have no idea how the correct pronunciation is.
Yeah, I haven't got much of a clue either.
It happens.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I need leather. Leather. I don't even remember where. Oh, I need a tannery and all that kind of. Yeah, I don't want to put my. I don't want to build too much stuff right here, but I would like this to be sort of like a little refueling area. Might have to build a tannery. What kind of stuff do you have built in yours, other than the blacksmith bench?
Let's see. I have. Let's see. Tannery, tanner's bench, blacksmith bench, furnace, carpenter's bench.
You've gone.
And an armorer's bench.
Wow. You've got 6 structures there. I've only got the couple. Shit. I don't even.
Are you at your base right now?
I'm standing where the spot is. Yeah, where I built my just the basic couple of things.
Ah, I see. Actually, right next to our old base.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, just downhill from it. Yeah.
All right.
It was a good spot because I had carted a bunch of iron over from here, not only from the mountain, but then I also went to the very bottom of that the southernmost area of that pirate area, not too far from here, and got a little bit more iron from there. And by the time I got over this way, I didn't really mean to stop here and make a base, but I was getting over encumbered, so I thought, well, shit, I gotta dump this somewhere. What do I do? Well, I might as well make a furnace and get started, and clear it up by also turning it into stuff, and that's what led me here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't even think I unlocked a tannery. I did. Oh yeah, I did. There it is. Why did I not see it in my crafting stations? I guess I didn't notice it. Yep, there it is. Huh. Okay. Well, that'll be my next step then.
I find it odd you need to make 50 bark for the tannery. I guess it's just to warn you about what fuel it uses, but still, that's just odd.
You find it odd that it's the bark as opposed to wood, or just that it's so much of it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's surprising that it's not so much of it, especially because in the early game, the pickaxe is so crap at grabbing bark.
That's true.
Yeah, I just find it odd, like, how are you using bark to make it, I guess, when you don't use bark to make any other crafting station?
That is weird. I guess it's the, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I can't really explain it. I was about to say, well, I guess it's because the stands of the tannery are built in bark, but no, why would they be? Why not just regular wood? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense that they'd be. Maybe bark forms the canvas of the. I don't even know. I would just be completely guessing at this point.
Bedroll, stupid.
Yeah, that's. Is it supposed to repeat like 10 times?
No, that's just that it's only been saying that. I didn't set any other announcements.
Oh, so it's just okay. I see.
Let's see, and now I can get the cleaver, and with the cleaver, I will have all of the tools kitted out in iron.
I'm working on the last couple myself as well.
There we go. Now I need to go get me some skins so I can get to work on leather for my Chinese armor.
I got a lot of leather.
I gotta say,
oh, go ahead.
My character actually already looks kind of sick. I happened to pick up a eye patch. I looted a pirate chest while I was running through one of their bases.
I had to go forever to find an eye patch in the last game.
And my character actually looks kind of sick, wearing just pants, the little hand-wrapped gloves, no boots, no shirt, and then an eye patch.
Seems either like a wrestler or just like a very bold, like street fighting type of dude.
Has there been a wrestler with an eye patch?
No, not necessarily with the eye patch that I'm aware of. I'm just thinking of the whole the hand wraps and the shirtless and just like the pants. That seems very like and your character was bulky as well. The eye patch, I guess. I'm trying to think. Surely there has to have been a wrestler with an eye patch, but none come to mind. No, I guess probably not. I can't think of any.
Jean-Paul Lafitte, back in the new gym.
Oh,
there you go.
Guy.
There's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, I forgot about that guy.
If there's ever a stupid gimmick idea, remember the new gym.
Wrestling pirate. You know, to go along with the, you know, the wrestling hockey player, which is the one that almost makes the least amount of sense. I'm a wrestler because, you know, I'm also a hockey player. Why?
Yeah.
Why? In what world does that make any sense at all? Like, fine, plumber. I get it. You know, it's dumb, but I get it. Like, in your spare time, you want to moonlight as a wrestler. You want to, you know, you love wrestling. You're doing your day job, whatever. If you're a hockey player, you're already indulging in your favorite sport. You're already an athlete. Why are you also a wrestler? Like, that's like saying that it's a basketball player wrestler. You know, or even, well, they've had, I guess, football player kind of lends itself a little bit more to wrestling. You know, big, tough dudes, you know, that kind of thing. But, you know, just hockey. The guy actually came in with boots painted to look like he was on skates. Why? Why any of it?
Oh, that's the best part.
The skate boots?
Yeah.
Awful. Just awful. I don't.
That's great.
Yeah, it's it's horrible.
It's fucking stupid.
Yes, it was. It was stupid is exactly what it was.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why anyone would think something like that was cool. I'm sure it was all Vince. I've heard it attributed to Vince, but I don't know. I don't know who the writers were at that time. That's the kind of stuff that, I guess to his credit, Vince Russo said that he was trying to get the company away from, and it did. I mean, it's been famously said by Jim Cornette and other people that hate Vince Russo that he had the one good idea out of like 10,000 that were awful to get into the Attitude Era type of shit. I don't know. I mean, Vince Russo will take credit for that. I don't know if he deserves it or not. Probably not.
He will take credit for it.
Yeah, he will. Nothing's stopping that.
I just appreciate that phrase on its own.
What, that he will take credit for it?
Like, almost making it sound like that should be something he should be proud of, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Hard to say. And it really kind of is. I don't know. I can't tell any of that kind of crap anymore. I don't know who came up with what or why. It's such a mess. Everyone wants to take credit for all the good stuff, and no one wants to take credit for all the bad stuff. Which is understandable.
Okay.
It's true in life. Go ahead. What's up?
I have right here, there's a little baggie they got at the international market of little Mexican candies and treats.
Mexican candies
and what I have learned in the past few weeks since we started hitting that international market is, holy shit, Mexico knows their desserts. And I again remind you, Mexico, only non-Polynesian country fatter than America.
Now we know why. It's because all these tasty treats.
But they got me a roll, almost like a roll of quarters, but it was a roll of these, like, kind of shortbread, well, not shortbread, but, like, well, maybe shortbread, like, cookies that had strawberry jam on top and then strawberry sprinkles on the strawberry jam.
What's
and
it
that
taste
was delicious.
like? Great.
Amazing. That's what it tasted like. Yes. It's the damnedest thing. It tasted like elderberries.
Whenever I'm at a Big Lots, they have all kinds of really delicious-looking Mexican snacks. I'm always too apprehensive to try them because I figure they will either be like manna from heaven or they will be like exactly what I don't want them to taste like, and I'll be grossed out. It's weird. Like the way they look so good on the package, but then it's like they can't taste how they look. Somehow they will not taste like they look. They'll taste like some other thing, or they'll be like too bready or too bland or something. So I never try them, but they look so good. It's a weird problem to have. Most other people would be like, well, fucking buy them and eat them. You'd think, yeah, at least then I'd know and probably enjoy myself. But yeah, I'm weird. I throw up obstacles where they don't need to be. Yeah.
I'll say this. This little one was like a little, very shallow little package of 4 different chocolates together in one package. A vanilla, 2 chocolates, and strawberry. I gotta say, this one's a winner.
That sounds really good. Those were cookies then? Were those hard cookies?
No, this one was a little package of just little...
You said like candy.
Almost
I don't know. Oh, go ahead.
kind of like chocolates. They also look like you're supposed to dip something in them, but
Oh.
no, that doesn't seem to be the case.
Oh, wow. Okay. Definitely sounds good.
In the next few months, I'm going to end up getting fat off of East Asian snacks and Mexican desserts.
You're pretty slim. I'd say that you and Pink look like you guys have a while before that catches up to you. Watch it by the time you get to be about 28 or 29, though. I was super skinny, and then by about 30, 31, like everyone was right. My metabolism slowed down very suddenly. So be careful.
We'll have to see, definitely. I don't have the fear of vegetables that you do.
Oh God, yeah. You don't have the fear of meat, vegetables, fruits, healthy things, normal food.
Meat is no help towards avoiding fat.
Yeah, I guess that's true. That's true. I mean, everything in balance, they say, but yeah, meat's not necessarily... Eat a bunch of meat, you're not necessarily going to get thinner, unless you're exercising like a beast and eating only raw red meat, I guess. But I ain't doing that anytime
soon. Oh boy. Well, for one thing, it turned out that guy was lying, by the way. They was saying, eat raw red meat, become bigger. Turned out, no. That guy was doing a shitload of steroids.
Big surprise. Of course.
Like an absurd amount of needles were entering that man's ass. Like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, again, I should not be surprised. It's always something like that. There's always some kind of disappointment.
What was it Billy Graham said back in the day? That Hogan's ass was calloused as bone from the amount of needles he put in his ass?
Did he say that? Really? That sounds pretty fucking rough, no pun intended. Calloused as
Billy Graham, I believe, at one point said that Hogan, back when him and Hogan were working together...
I know he said that he injected him.
Oh, yeah. He was saying when he injected him, Hogan said, you know, put the needle in my ass, brother, superstar brother, super brother.
Super brother.
And Billy Graham, being Billy Graham, well, yeah, Hogan, I'll do it. And he gets back there, and he said he could not get the needle in because Hogan's skin was so calloused.
That's disgusting. I do think I remember hearing this. I know, it's hard to say, though, because Billy Graham was one of those ones who went hard against Vince and the others when they tried to, like, expose the business and say, you know, the steroid trial and all that other kind of stuff. I remember that he was one of the real sour grapes of that era. He was one of the ones who I think, don't quote me on this, but I think he was one of those guys who did, like, one of those live TV shows where it's like, you know, wrestlers expose all, you know, mysteries of wrestling revealed, you know, one of those kind of things. I think he was one of the guys that did one of those shows and told all about how to blade and, you know, all that kind of stuff, which reminds me, really quick, as a side note, Maven is doing a bunch of videos now on YouTube where he talks just very casually and very likably, very charming, very friendly, just tells you stories about what it was like to work in the wrestling business. Talks about, you know, how he got fired, why he got fired, talks about which wrestlers were cool, which ones were jerks, talks about how much money he made. It's really cool. It's really interesting stuff. Good viewing.
That would be a different set of stories from a guy from that period, because by that period, I remember the pay scale leaked.
I remember hearing about that. Yeah, the one I saw was in about 2004 or 5. You are right.
And each of the Basham brothers were getting paid 6 figures.
They were? Really?
Something like... They were either getting paid from, like, 90K to 110K.
Oh, my God. I hope that was a tax write-off. Oh, Cornette liked him?
Cornette adored one of the Bashams. I forget which one.
I can't remember which one was which. It was Danny and something. Can't remember the other one.
Doug.
Was it Doug? Danny. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
yep.
Danny and Doug Basham.
You are correct.
But what was I saying?
Oh, really quick. Yeah, am I going to get annihilated by this? It's been a while since I had to worry about this sandstorm. It's coming. We're getting our first sandstorm.
Well, you know, I don't know, but I built east of the Sandstorm Temple, so I don't have to worry about those.
Oh, shit. Alright, I'm going to start running then, just in case. Because I don't know how much of this I can stand. I'll be able to either tolerate it just fine, or not at all. It's kind of a cool sight to see my character running from it. Oh, it's going to mostly pass me by, actually. I should be alright.
The coolest thing I've ever done in this game was at one point run away from the sandstorm on a horse.
Oh, yeah, that would be pretty badass sight, yeah.
Again, very Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah, I mean with the lightning in it and everything, that's just such a cool sight. I must be right on the periphery. Oh, I am. I'm almost like so on the side of it that I can touch it. It's just passing me by. Like when we built our base here, up on the little cliffside above or whatever, it was like even that was just barely inside the radius.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah, it
Yeah,
actually took no damage at all. I'm fine.
yeah, the old base is very close to the Sandstorm Temple, yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching it go by now. It's heading, at the moment, it's heading straight south at the moment. South, just barely southeast.
The Temple of the Sandstorm Maniac, that's what
Temple of the
it's
Sandstorm Maniac?
called. Yeah.
Ha! When I was a kid, when they'd advertise Legos, they advertised it with Zack, the Lego Maniac. And that's what that reminds me of. Temple of the Sandstorm Maniac, wow.
He's crazy.
Apparently. Was he the one? Yeah, I visited him not too long ago. He's essentially just that. You walk into a very short temple, and he's just like right there, and he's just like he just tells you a couple things, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, he kind of blabbers, and then you can get one of the sandstone pieces from him or something. The power stone pieces or whatever it's called.
Okay, that sounds about right. I don't know yet enough.
Or no, it's the reverse. You
Oh.
bring him the 3 Scourge Stone pieces, and he turns them into the complete Scourge Stone, which is one of the ingredients necessary to take off your bracelet.
Oh, that's how that works. Okay. I had never quite remembered exactly how all the stones and tablets and stuff in this game work, because you kind of find them so scattershot, and if you're not paying close attention to the lore, or at least what the characters tell you when you get them, it's kind of easy to lose track.
Yeah, because you get 3 Scourge Stone pieces, one from the big alligator in Gallerman's, one from the Graboid Queen in the tunnel between the Highlands and the jungle.
Oh.
I forget where you get the 3rd Scourge Stone piece.
Wait, which was the first alligator? Where or which?
The alligator in Gallerman's.
Gallerman's. I'm trying to think of what Gallerman
The
is.
tunnel, the cave that you're right next to that has all the brimstone.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever been in that cave, to be honest. Whenever I got brimstone, I always went to the other one with the other one was a little bit further away. I can't remember what it was. Can't remember what that one's called either.
Sinner's Rest.
Yeah, that does sound right. Sounds very familiar. Stupid alligator.
There's two brimstone caves on New River. One is full of alligators, that is Gallerman's, and one is full of exiles, which is Sinner's Rest.
Okay. Yep, that sounds about right. Actually, wait a minute. No, okay, then I've been in the one with... Oh, yeah, I have absolutely been in one with the crocodiles. I was in one with you guys, even. We went in there together at one point.
Yes, we definitely did. We went in there and we beat the alligator at the end pretty quickly.
Yeah, I do recall that now. So I guess I have been in it, and I just don't remember because I never remember anything.
There's a certain liberty in that.
Yeah, the liberty of not having to be accountable for anything because you just don't remember shit.
Yeah.
That guy you murdered, you stabbed him to death. I don't remember that.
Yeah. Bust that out anytime. Yeah. Well, you know, I didn't remember it.
As long as you don't remember, it's fine.
Oh. You know, I thought I was going to be able to grab onto the side of the cliff. I did not.
I was about to say it's always funny when that happens, and then I remembered that, no, actually, sometimes it's really kind of shitty when that happens. It's certainly not always funny.
Oh, I see my corpse halfway up the cliff face.
Like what, sticking out of the side?
Yeah.
Really? That doesn't usually happen. You must have hit like some weird sort of like tiny little outcropping or something.
What's the little skull marker, right? Of a player died here.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have the space in my inventory to loot that guy. I'm full of iron.
You're full of it, huh?
Yeah.
I guess I'm not too far from, now that I'm mostly stocked up and more powerful, I can probably make a new trip to the other mount, Iron Mountain, not too far from here. I think I would enjoy such a sojourn.
Yeah.
You know, that's one thing that I miss about. I think the levels in this game go a little too quickly, to be honest. Because by the time you get to level 60, you're kind of. I mean, obviously, your character development is done, and by that point, it's just like the need to go on little journeys like this and get new equipment and stuff like that. It kind of sort of stops. A lot of it is just cosmetic at
That
that
was a
point.
big part of what I ran into on the last server.
The
Was increasingly, it's like, well, I want to go on a trip somewhere else, but at the same time, everybody else is going on trips. I don't have that. I've already got the peak of my sorcerer stuff, so I might as well just sit around here and keep making the castle look prettier.
Yeah, we kind of hit a stalling point there. If we can, I'd like us to avoid that. Not that I'm like saying like, okay, now I want you to be responsible for that. Just generally, just adding in my 2 cents that yeah, I would also like to see if we can maybe try to avoid falling into that trap. I'm with you.
Yeah, by all means. Like, I think part of why I was holding off from saying like, well, let's go do a dungeon today was partly because like Pink was increasingly not being around, and I didn't want him to miss out on too much. But
I hate to say it, but we should almost kind of not plan around Pink too much anymore because he's just not had
yeah,
much time to play with us. Which is I'm that's nothing against him. I'm not saying I forget the guy. I love Pink. I love playing with him, but it seems like he just does not have a whole lot of time to allot to this game. And Dead by Daylight, he's been
yeah,
playing that a little bit more as well.
yeah.
I do like it when he's in, when all those guys are in, but yeah, even soon, I'm kind of wondering what his schedule is going to be like now, because he said that he won't be able to play as often at night. Is that what it was, or on weekends? I don't recall, or maybe both.
He won't be able to do the long
Long
nights.
night.
It's Addy will now be busy on Fridays and Saturdays.
Okay. Oh, right. Okay. Has he talked to you again yet?
School.
What'd you just say?
Uh,
School. I have school.
with school is what I said.
Yes, got school. I can't do good at
School.
it.
He go to school.
I can't do Hungarian.
That wasn't even Hungarian. That was like kind of a lazy German, I
What the
guess.
school? Yeah, I
Is going to school.
going to school.
Get to the
Get
school.
to school now.
Do your homework now. It's not a tumor.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, Kindergarten Cop. That was a fun one. That was back when people saw that Arnold could be a funny guy when given the right material. It didn't work as well with Junior. Actually, it started with Twins.
No.
Twins was 2 years earlier, but yeah, Junior was yeah, it existed. It's fine. Shrug.
Did it?
Did I lose you there? Or are you there?
No,
Oh, okay.
no. I wasn't. Man, the most satisfying attribute to put points into is always going to be grit, isn't it?
Funnily enough, I actually ignored grit in my last playthrough. I mostly didn't use it at all. Let me see how much.
Stamina is so good.
I used. Let me look. I never had a problem with stamina though. I could run for like 20 seconds straight, and then it would charge back up in like 5. So it was like, I don't need it. For climbing, it'd be good though. Yeah, I only ever got grit to 5 in my last playthrough. Now that I'm looking back at it, tenacity. I only got the tenacity perk, and then I just left it be.
That is like, but yeah, vitality, grit, expertise, all of them. You want the first perk.
Generally speaking, yeah, definitely.
Bedroll, stupid.
I do have one placed.
I will say.
Go ahead.
I will say in my other game, I've noticed that the perk you get at the end of Grit, Steel Feud, that's pretty fucking great.
You cannot take more than 25% of... Oh, yeah. I consider that very strongly, actually. I thought that would go really well against, like, you know, the giant beast that knocked down, like, fucking, like, a third of your health in one fucking shot.
Yeah, and if you're taking light armor, then especially, like, that's just great.
Yeah, I would definitely imagine so. Let's see. Okay, yeah, there we go. Did I just encumber myself somehow? How the hell did I do that?
Gentlemen, I am sorry to inform you, I have encumbered myself.
What? I don't even... I don't... That's really weird. Did that just... Hang on a second. How did that happen? Why did that happen? Let's see. If I put that back there... Oh, okay. It was... I guess it was... No, that can't be right. I don't know how that happened. I honestly don't. I took off my armor a little bit ago to repair it, which is what I was just doing, and it was repairing And then as it was repairing, I went into my knowledge here. I'm sorry, I went into my my attributes, and I boosted my vitality. How did that? How did adding to my vitality do anything to my encumbrance? That couldn't have. That just had to have been a coincidence of timing. That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, yeah, it had to be.
Yeah.
Because vitality would not decrease your carry
That's
rate.
yeah. I'm thinking that doesn't make any sense, but it happened as I was going to my vitality. I'm just wondering what happened then, because like I'm looking at the. I was looking at the attribute menu, adding points to my vitality, and as I was like literally as I pressed like the first or second button to get into my next level of vitality, it said you are now encumbered or whatever. And I thought, well, from what? I'm not doing anything, and I think the armor I was repairing had already finished repairing by that point too. So I honestly don't know what could have happened. Maybe there's some kind of effect that I had earlier that wore off. I honestly don't know. I don't know, but either way, I'm not encumbered now, so whatever. That's fine. Whatever. I put the armor back on, and
Well, you remember sometimes a bug will happen where whenever you clip into something, it'll say you are now
maybe
encumbered,
that's
and you're not.
yeah. I guess that might have been what. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'd have to go back and watch the footage, which I'm not gonna bother doing, I guess. So I suppose it's not an issue, but really strange that happened. Cannot explain.
Yeah, peculiar.
Yeah, it was. It was peculiar.
I'm not gonna lie, watching Boardwalk Empire, we talked about her a little bit last time, the chick that played Llewellyn's wife in No Country.
Oh yeah, yeah. Something McDonald, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, she like in the show in Boardwalk Empire, she's like very, very quiet, very, very soft spoken. She's trying to play an abused wife that's been abused for a while, so that's like kind of how she's going for it. And every now, like, she does that, but she's also got a little bit of a thick Irish accent that sticks out at a few points, intentionally so, because she's an Irish immigrant. And every now and then, I'll be, like, tempted to say it like say something like she would. Like, what was it you just said there? Like, not a problem. I almost, like, was thinking, like, the way she would say, no, it's not a problem. That wasn't even properly.
No, it's
she
fine.
has, like, a squeaky kind of voice.
Oh, there's no way to imitate something like that. Not as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she does, I remember. I'm remembering her cute, No Country voice. So I can only assume what it sounds like with an Irish accent as well. I would not be able to imitate it.
Oh yeah, that's what my she's only really got 2 scenes in that movie, but one of those is one of the very best scenes in the whole fucking.
You're talking about the last one, the end.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's pivotal. Yeah. It's kind of the revelatory scene of the movie, really.
In a way, it's the scene, like, part of what I love about No Country, spoilers.
I was just
for
gonna
No
say,
Country.
yeah, if anyone hasn't seen it, yeah, just be spoiled, because we both adore this movie. There's no way to go about talking about it without just saying what we want to say.
Yeah, well, Lord knows, like, that's a movie we talk about a lot anyways, but part of what I love about No Country is that No Country is a movie where there are about 5 different forces all in play trying to get that briefcase. And in the end, all 5 of them lose.
Let me think. You have Llewellyn. You have Sugar. You have
the Mexican mob.
Yeah, the Mexican mob. You have the I can't remember his name. Carson Wells. I can remember his name. Yeah, who's the 5th? Who's number 5?
And the sheriff. The
oh,
sheriff's
of course,
department.
Tom Bell.
And in the end, they all lose, either by death, or horrible loss of money, or the destruction of their way of viewing the world.
I hadn't thought about that. You're right. Wait a minute. Okay.
Sheriff Bell?
Yeah, go on. You go ahead.
Because, like, Llewellyn, of course, dies.
Yeah.
Carson dies. The Mexican mob has lost loads of dudes and loads of money. Ed Bell, in the end, does not die, but his philosophy, his way of viewing the world, is crushed by what he sees, and he decides to retire preemptively.
Yes.
And Anton Chigurh tries to force his philosophy onto Llewellyn's wife. Llewellyn's wife just says, "No,
yeah.
No, what you're doing here is bullshit. You've loaded the coin. I already know.
The coin ain't
It doesn't
got
matter
no
what side
say.
fucking flip."
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all you.
And Anton Chigurh, like, just gets upset and mad, and, like, in an uncharacteristic fit of more or less rage, impotent rage, kills her, walks out, gets in his car, gets in a car wreck, fucks up, gets hit, his car is wrecked, his arm is broken, and he is hobbling on the sidewalk as you hear police sirens coming for him.
Now, see, I still think he gets away. Do you not? It's obviously ambiguous.
I prefer the ending where... I like the idea of the ending where it's all cards fall down. ashes to ashes, all
It
fall
fits.
down. I like the idea that Shigur also doesn't get away, because Shigur also, like, he's visibly shaken by Llewellyn's wife.
Yes, he's
What she says
disturbed.
gets
Yeah,
me.
yeah, it does. He looks at her like when he says "call it" the second time. He's like, "Well, come on, why wouldn't you?" He cannot comprehend why she wouldn't be willing to do this for him.
Yeah. Llewellyn has an entire, like, Shigur has an entire view of life. Like, well, everything's just chance. I'm not really, I'm a natural force of destruction. I'm a force of nature. And she's saying, no, you aren't.
Right.
You have made the decision. Everything you have done in your life, you chose to do this.
Yes. You know, I was just thinking, actually, it would technically, in a way, I guess depending on how you look at it, it would be 6 people, or six forces that are going for the briefcase. If you, again, it's technical. But if you look at the guy, Bill Dauterive's actor, I can't remember the guy's name, the one who's in The Office.
Oh.
The one who's in
Yeah, I
charge.
kind of saw him as just another representative of the Mexican mob.
Too,
but
yeah, which is why I said technical, but I guess in a way it's like the Mexican mob would. Well, see, now we're supposing. I was about to say the Mexican mob probably would have been after it anyway, but he seems to be the one pulling the string, so I guess he's maybe a separate force? I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say. Another character, at least, who is nonetheless this person who's wanting it. Whether they're a separate force or not, technically not, I suppose.
Now, am I remembering correctly that particular character dies when some window cleaners come by and shoot him? Or somebody on the window cleaners will finish him?
No. Shigur gets him.
Shigur gets him. Right. How does Shigur get him?
He storms right in. The guy's talking to another employee.
Oh,
yeah, it just comes in and just blasts him the fuck down. Yeah. Do you remember?
I'm getting it mixed up with a scene in Fargo where a mob businessman gets shot from behind by a window cleaner.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Same,
right.
you know, obviously directing / production, you know, origins. Same type of story, I'm sure. Type of atmosphere, ambiance.
Same director.
Oh, they did the TV show as well.
Uh-oh, my earbuds just
Oh no.
Well, I guess I'll go ahead and have to cut the recording here. So I'll see you later, folks. And on your end, Mike probably just suddenly abruptly got cut off for you. So there you go. Yeah, the Coen brothers directed both movies. There you go. I'm going to cut this recording. See you later, folks.